Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Between Us Two. I'm your host, Megan.
And this is Jess.
And before we get into what today's topic is, we want to ask everyone to please like and subscribe to whatever platform you are listening to our podcast on, whether it's Apple, YouTube, or Spotify. Please and thank you.
Yeah, so today we are going to be talking about grief.
Yeah, because healing is cheaper than therapy when you have fucking podcast equipment. So for those who haven't heard last week's episode where I briefly mentioned it, but my dad decided to peace the fuck out permanently. It happened. We're coming up on 2 weeks now. I went to New Jersey with Jess for her niece's quinceañera, and we went up on a Friday. And that Saturday morning, I woke up. I had two missed calls from my brother and a Facebook message from my mother telling me that my dad was dead. So I start freaking the fuck out and I call my brother and he's, explaining everything to me. And then I had to call my partner in New York to drive to New Jersey. So it was like a 3 hour drive both ways to come pick me up and bring me home. And I didn't even get to go to the party. Fucking thanks, Dad. And one thing I've fucking learned, so like I've lost people before, like I've had, people in my life pass away. And, normally it was like people I hadn't seen in a long time or like, we just weren't as close. So like I was sad, but it really didn't hit hard. This is the first loss this close. And for the record, people are like, there's 5 stages of grief. And when you fucking hear that, you think, okay, so you start in one stage and then you slowly progress to the next stage and then eventually that's not how it fucking works at all. You just jump around between stages like you're at a fucking trampoline park and you just land wherever the hell that day decides that you're gonna land. One minute you're fine and then the next minute you're fucking I don't you hear a song or you fucking realize you have 7 voicemails from your dad on your phone and you just listen to them over and over again and you're sobbing. And um another example is the other day I was just like cooking rice and I just start crying. And then my partner's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "My dad is dead and I'm supposed to just like go on and do normal shit." Like I think we talked about that a little bit on our like adulthood episode where like life doesn't give a shit if you're a
hmm
sad bitch, okay? It's like you still got to do the stuff. You still got to like life does not care that you're grieving.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good point. It's hard to, I think the reason why I'm quiet is because I don't want to talk about grief in a way that I feel like would be disrespectful. Because like you said, like you didn't quite experience something like that so close to you. So, like, I haven't either. So, I am, I'm the kind of person that, like, I would never pretend to understand what something like that is like or feels like. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I think too that like
It's hard to find the words.
grief isn't just like you don't experience grief when someone dies. Like it's
hmm
not like that's not the only time like you would go through like a grieving process. It could be literally like any kind of event you weren't expecting. Like you lose your job or you're going through a breakup. Like we know what that grief fucking feels like. And
Yeah.
it's kind of like this I don't want to say like the same thing. But
Well, no, yeah, like,
you're like you're learning a new normal. You're
yeah.
you're trying to figure out what that looks like now.
No, that makes sense. But, I just, like, I get what you mean. But to lose someone, like, to lose a loved one, that close to you, it's not something that anyone would understand. And I was gonna say unless it happens to them, but even that, like you said, people experience things differently,
Oh yeah, yeah.
So even if, yeah, like if two people like lose someone, they'll more than likely not experience it the same way anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I definitely feel like this is something that is like hard for other people to grasp until they've experienced it themselves. But I mean, even with that being said, I have to give you a shout out because these last 2 weeks, you have been there for me fucking tremendously. Like, you wouldn't even know that you don't know what it feels like to go through this. Like, you've been fucking rock solid.
I'm glad to hear that. It's hard to help or to help someone you love if you don't know what it feels like, and it's just kind of like, oh my God, am I doing the right thing? Am I not? And actually, that kind of brings me to I have a question. I wanted to ask you, like, what kinds of things has been helping you through this?
Cigarettes and alcohol. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Cigarettes, yeah. Like I definitely trying so fucking hard not to smoke, but
Hmm.
yeah. Uh,
I saw when people decide to quit, it be during the worst time.
yeah, like I mean, and like part of the reason why I wanted to quit. So for those who don't know, my dad had really bad COPD, and then like within the last month, he was diagnosed with stage 3 lung cancer. So he was not in good health, but like the doctors were like, "Oh, like we're optimistic and stuff." So we thought like, "Oh, there's a chance like he'll improve." Like this really did kind of happen unexpectedly. But yeah, so cigarettes and then just like you and my partner and my job has been very supportive, like giving me time off when I need it. Talking to, people who have experienced this, and also just like taking it day by day.
Yeah,
Taking it day by day.
that's good that you have people around you that want to be there for you. I can't imagine like having to go through something like that alone.
Yeah, no, you're definitely like my number one. You
Hey,
and my
girl.
partner, like my
Okay,
number
girl.
one.
I'm glad you know you can count on me.
Also too, like, making jokes, making, like, dead dad jokes, and
Oh
I know
man.
that some people might find that, like, distasteful or, like, "Oh my," but that's how a fucking severely traumatized individual, and humor has gotten me through some really dark shit, and I will never apologize
No,
for it,
you
like
should be able to process these feelings however you see fit. That's the whole point.
yeah, like,
You're not out here disrespecting nobody.
I got his ashes and he was I had them sitting on the coffee table. And my partner gets home. I was like, "Say hi to my dad, don't be rude." And he was just like, "I don't even know what to say right now."
Oh, yeah, when you be sending me those videos on Instagram, I don't even be knowing like what to like. Do I laugh? Do I laugh? I don't know. Like,
Like I shared something to my Instagram story the other day, it's like a dead dad joke, and your sister messaged me and she's like, "I really wanted to like this, but like because on Instagram it's like the heart reaction." She's like, "But like using the heart reaction, it just didn't seem right."
you're right.
I was like, "Nah, girl, like I use humor to cope. Um, so it's totally fine to laugh at my dad dying. I mean, not like
Not the
you know
fact
what I
that
mean?
he
Yeah,
died,
like
but you're
it's not
trying to
funny
like,
that he
yeah,
died, but like I gotta make light of the situation somehow. So
right, right, right. Like, not lose yourself in it.
yeah, not get consumed by it.
Um, so I'm curious. Has anyone said things to you that you kind of just like, shut up, like, go away?
So like okay, few times. So when my partner picked me up from Jersey and like brought me back, I immediately went to my mom's where her and my dad were living, and I picked up her and my brother because like I didn't want to stay in the fucking apartment where my dad just died, like
Yeah.
not right away. So I brought them to my house, and I love this woman, but Jesus Christ, Jess. The entire fucking time, like, I mean, I pick her up, she's crying, like we're having our moments and stuff, but like later on that night, she's doing is telling me about this supplement that I could get to lose weight, and I'm like, "That's the furthest fucking thing from my mind right
Oh
now,
my god.
mom." And then my sister, calling her out on the fucking podcast too, she had the ashes in her garage, for a moment, and a a bird got in the garage somehow. At first, I'm like, "Why do you have them in the garage?" And she was like, "Oh, like, you can't bring human ashes in your house, like, it opens a portal, and, like, the devil had a hold of him, so it's,
Oh
like,
my
bad."
god.
And but then she was like, "Oh, like, someone told me that the bird is the sign that he at least made it to purgatory." And I was like, "Why the fuck
You're like, what is wrong with
would
you?
you say that?" So, like, the rest of that day, I'm just, like, imagining my dad stuck somewhere between, like, heaven and hell, and I'm just like, "Why would you put that in my head?"
You ever watch Supernatural?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the version of Purgatory?
No,
Oh,
no.
never mind.
I watched, I think, like, the first few seasons when it was mostly about, like, ghosts and shit,
Oh no,
but
yeah,
then when
you
it
did.
got about, like, God and angels, I was like,
Angels.
I don't
Yeah.
wanna,
Oh,
hear
okay.
that, so
No, I was gonna bring that up, but like that's the only version of Purgatory that I like ever gotten.
oh, yeah.
So
But yeah, like, and I don't judge my sister for having her religious beliefs. She's way more religious than I am, but it's like that's not what you say in that fucking moment. You lie. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think I'm just I actually want to know, I've been meaning to ask you this. Is your sister aware of how it makes you, well, she might be now, but how it makes you feel when she speaks a certain way about your dad?
No, because so yeah, my dad had a pretty complicated relationship with his children. I mean, he was pretty really close with my brother, and then like him and I, like we weren't like estranged. We talked every
Mm-hmm.
day.
Yeah.
And like recently we're like working on having, a better relationship. And he really didn't have any kind of relationship with my sister. So I don't know if she's
Okay.
like, I mean, she's speaking from her experience, which is
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
and to be
Absolutely.
honest, like, my dad, his health had been failing for a while. And I honestly didn't think that when he died, it would bother me. And then fucking it was like, that's cute, buckle up. Because,
Yeah. I think it started to become more real when you found out about the diagnosis.
yeah, like I remember he fucking choked on a pork chop and I had to go to the hospital. And, because my mom can't fucking cook. I don't know why that woman tries to make pork chops, but they always come out dry as hell. So he, like, chokes on a pork chop, and he has to go to the hospital so they can remove the pork chop. And that's how he found out he had lung cancer. And when he told me about it, like, I got really emotional after that. I was like, "Oh my god, like, this is, like, super real," you know? So I think that's kinda when I realized that, like, I might care a lot more than I originally thought.
Yeah. And honestly, when you said that to me, like right around the time he was diagnosed, you did mention, I remember that. You were saying like, you know, I think I'll be fine. It probably might not affect me too much, like whatever. Honestly, I knew the second you said that. Like I didn't believe it. Is what I meant to say. I didn't believe it, and but I didn't say that to you because I wasn't gonna sit there and be like bullshit. Like I didn't want to call you out on your bullshit. Then I was kind of like, no, like I understand why you think that way. But then when this unfortunate thing happened, um, you reacted the way I thought you would because at the end of the day, that still is your father. You still had a relationship, like you said, like whatever happened a long time ago, or throughout your childhood. Yeah, of course, that's one thing, absolutely. But at least what I was able to witness was you guys having, from what I understand, a better relationship than you did when you were younger.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it was definitely I mean, like, this is still the man that taught me how to ride a bike,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, absolutely.
And everyone has their fucking demons, and I think, like, more recently over, like, the last few months, I just, like, decided, like, okay, so I can either accept him for who he is and, like, have a relationship with him or keep having a problem with all this stuff that I know he's never gonna change, and then cut that off now. And I
Yeah,
ultimately decided to just accept him for how he is, who he's always fucking been. Um, and that's when, things started to get better because,
yeah,
people are who they are,
right.
and you have to accept it or you have to
Yeah.
cut ties.
It sounds like it's one of your like pick your battles kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah.
didn't seem, and correct me if I'm wrong, it didn't seem like he was like the situation was so it's complicated because it's not like every single day he was calling you to curse at you, to fucking abuse you, nothing like that. He was just who he was. It's the point.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just a lot easier to just work around it than trying to fix it or change him. That's not gonna work. Like,
Yeah, and, like, for those that know him, he was an alcoholic, and he would get drunk, and we would argue, and he would say some really mean shit, and then I would just fucking block him, and then he would get sober and apologize and fucking repeat, like, and
yeah.
that's just how it was, and that's how it always was, and,
But you did have boundaries, like
like, I
he didn't live
definitely
with you. You
no,
didn't see him
yeah,
every day.
no,
You know what I mean?
no,
You
yeah.
kept him at a safe distance.
Oh, yeah, yeah. While still having that
Uh-huh.
kind of
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, because I think I always knew, like, this day would eventually come, and I didn't want to, like, sit there and wonder. Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I still do in so many ways, but
It's pretty fucked up that when you lose someone in any way, the regrets come, the guilt comes, and you find yourself sitting in a bunch of like what ifs. Even though, and this is the type of shit that tends to scare me because a lot of the time, like, I mean, who isn't afraid? Like, as we're getting older, do you ever like, did you ever realize that you're like, that your parents were getting old? And like, this might sound funny with the way I'm saying it, but I don't mean it in a funny way. I mean, do you remember taking a look at your parents and realizing like they're not the same parents that you used to live with, like before you went out and became an adult? And it's especially when you see them every day, it's harder to notice. But me, where I moved 3 hours away and I go visit them, one day I noticed like, holy shit, they're getting older, right? And not in a, again, not in like a funny way, not in a disrespect. I just mean, everyone's gonna experience like losing someone, right? In some way.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
but my obviously in my life, the most important thing would be, first and foremost, my family.
yeah. You're very big on
Yeah.
family.
So it's just like, it's so stupid. I know we shouldn't think about this, but sometimes I do think about I get very anxious, I have a problem with anxiety. So that's
Yeah, no, I
one
think
of the
that's
things.
normal, like, especially
Yeah.
as we get older.
Yeah.
With my parents, like I said, like my dad's health was going downhill for quite
Mhm.
a while.
Mhm.
So like I knew this was coming eventually. I
Yeah.
just even with the cancer diagnosis, and he did one round of chemo.
Yeah.
And the doctors were like, we're treating this with curative intent, like meaning they really thought they could get this like into remission, give him, at least a few more years.
Right,
And
right.
that's, kind of where we were at. And then just like fucking literally unexpectedly just
Expired.
expired instead of most people retire at his age and he decided to expire instead. Fucking always
Yeah.
got to one up everybody else.
Oh my God. No, the reason why I had brought that up earlier is because I remember you telling me like, when people are telling you about how to grieve or like what's, your relationship with him or the person you're grieving, you were telling me like that's not helpful. Like you were grieving. Matter of fact, you said this before any of this happened because when he was diagnosed with cancer, you did start thinking about this. You were like, "Oh my God, like this was never a reality until now."
Yeah, yeah.
And you were saying,
I just want to like do a side note that Jess sounds stuffy because she's allergic to her dog and she's dying of allergies. But she's gonna be okay,
"Oh
guys.
my God, that put me on blast." You were telling me that you were probably going to mourn the relationship you didn't have with him more so than,
Yeah, and
you
it's
know.
so funny because I actually had a conversation with someone recently. This was like a week ago. And they told me they were like, "Look, like I've been in your shoes. My dad passed away. We had a very complicated relationship." And she was like, "You're gonna get stuck in the cycle of like what relationship could we have had, you know?" And she was like, "It's very important not to let yourself get stuck there."
Yeah.
And that I think that was, like, the first conversation I had. I was like, "Wow, someone knows exactly what the fuck I'm dealing with
Yeah.
right at this moment." Um, but yeah, like, because people are like, "Oh, like, you should feel this way or you should feel that way," or like,
Yeah.
"Your dad was this, your dad was that." And it's like, "Okay, at the end of the day, like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut up."
That's why
Like
I'm very careful about things like that too. And I've been telling you every time I see you, like, hey, like if there's anything that I can do, like you let me know. I'm not gonna pretend like I understand what you're feeling, but I'm here for you. Like there's just certain things I know that especially when it comes to a loved one, you wish you can save them or at least just be there for them enough, right? But even I know what things to avoid saying. Okay? For example, if I told you, well, Megan, everything happens for a reason.
I swear to God. Swear to God. So the funny thing is I actually haven't gotten that one yet.
Good. In our lives and say that. I think they know better.
Like I haven't had anyone say like everything happens for a reason. And
Yo.
like I personally hate that fucking saying anyway because like I've said before, like my life has been a series of unfortunate events. And if you fucking tell me that all of that happened for a reason, I
Yeah.
might actually lose my shit.
I got another one for you. At least they're in a better place.
So I didn't get that one specifically, but I got the, "Oh, at least he's not suffering anymore."
Oh.
And I don't know how to feel about that. Um,
What did you want him? Did you prefer that he was? I was gonna say to make sense. It made sense in my head. I was gonna say, why did you prefer that he would be here just suffering the whole time?
Yeah, like when people say that, like at least he's not suffering anymore.
No, yeah.
Um, like I understand the meaning behind that, but it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, but it's
I mean, it's not something that you guys are gonna think about. But people do, but I think I feel like it definitely is subjective as well.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the different relationships you have, the situations, how they moved on. You know what I mean? Like it definitely I feel like plays a role. What if someone told you you need to be strong?
I've been told that my entire fucking life, and honestly, I don't want to be.
Yeah.
I want someone else to be strong for a change. Like
Oh,
I'm I'm always like the go-to person for my family, and I was for my dad too. And it's like I need someone to go to now.
yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah,
I
like
you
be
know what?
strong. Like I'm fucking trying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, define strong, right? Like some people are not able to cry and feel uh terrible, and then other people are able to cry and
Yeah,
it
like I
still
don't.
feels shitty. Like it, or either way, it's still shitty. So
Yeah, like I feel like being affected by like loss or really anything like doesn't mean you're not strong.
no, no.
But like it's also okay to not be strong.
Yeah,
Like you need
yeah,
to have support there to be strong for you when you
yeah.
can't
We're
be.
human. We have a heart. Oh my God! What if someone said, "Sorry, I'm just reading these off," and this one says, "You'll get over it." The fuck? What if I said it nicer? You'll get over it. Nothing changed.
I would immediately kill you. Like, look, now you and my dad are dead.
Oh my God.
And you'll get over it.
Here's the thing. So as I'm reading these, I was thinking, like you said, it's been what, it
2 weeks.
just made 2 weeks,
2
right?
weeks.
It's a little, yeah. You don't say that at any point, but let alone 2 weeks later, like, oh my God, this one is something that I say, now I feel dumb.
Say it, say it.
This says, let me know if you need anything.
No, so let me explain my stance on that saying. Um, when when you say it to me, because of the relationship we have, I know you truly mean like, let me know if you need anything or let me know what I can do.
Yeah.
However, I feel like that's a very like normal thing to say to anybody who's going through something. And so I feel like when most people say that, they're
Okay.
just being nice and they don't actually want me to tell them if I
Yeah.
need anything.
Got it.
So when you say it, it's fine because like we have a different relationship. So like I'm like, okay, I know I can tell Jess.
Right,
Like for
right.
other people, I'm always like, oh my God, I don't think they actually mean that.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, it says like it's kind that we want to offer to help or like let us know if you need anything. But, grieving people often won't know what they need or they won't feel comfortable asking.
yeah, I'm definitely not someone that's like comfortable asking for shit. So yeah.
Yeah. That's
And I'm
why like
also someone I'm like, I don't know what I need. When people are
yeah.
like, Tell me what you need," I have no idea. I've
Yeah.
never addressed my needs in my life. I don't know. Okay?
Yeah, like what are my
Thanks, Dad.
needs? Oh
Okay, so do you feel up for a round of who's most likely to grief edition?
my God. Do you?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay.
All
I'm
right,
down if you're down.
let's see. Who is most likely to say I'm fine and then immediately start crying?
Fucking me. I did that to you how many times? How many times did I do that?
You're normally like you're okay with being like, I'm not okay right now. Like you're very wear
Yeah.
your heart on your sleeve type of person. It's one
Yeah.
of the things I love about you. So like don't take that as
No,
an
no, no,
insult or
no.
anything.
That's true. Like if I'm not fine, I'm gonna be like, I'm not fine.
Yeah, like
It is what it is, man.
me, I'm like tears rolling down my face the other day and my partner's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." Just lose my shit fucking folding laundry.
Do you remember when like you wanted something and your daughter took it or did something and you're like, stop, come on, don't do that. My dad died. I'm like, what? Are you gonna pull that card?
Yeah, like I have a reason for life now. Like I'm late. Oh, sorry, my dad's dead.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Keep every card, note, and receipt for sentimental reasons.
Me,
You, yeah,
me.
because I don't keep anything.
You know
Like,
what I was when I was listening to the last episode, I think it was the last one, and we were saying like you or me, right? It's like I know we sound different, but when we're saying who, me, you, me, you, like it's just like, do they know who we're talking about? Like,
Yeah, so you would definitely keep every card, note, and receipt for sentimental
Yeah.
reasons. I would throw everything out.
Take a
I
quick look
got
at
like
it and throw it out.
no, like I have cards and stuff that I got from people from work, and I have. I
Yeah.
mean, it's been 2 weeks, but like I plan on keeping them.
Of course,
Um,
yeah.
become convinced every random coincidence is a sign.
Uh, that one's hard to say because I feel like sometimes I think that and other times I don't. So
Yeah,
it's
I
not
don't.
consistent with
Yeah, like
me.
don't. I don't know. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks for me, and like I haven't experienced anything where I'm like, "Oh, that's a sign." I mean, I keep having
Right.
nightmares about my dad's decomposing
Are
body.
you serious?
Yeah, girl.
You haven't told me that.
Yeah, I just told my partner today too. I mean, it's like,
How
I
long have you
can't sleep
been
for like 2 weeks, bro.
the whole time? I
Yeah.
am so sorry.
And it's I don't know why I just said that on a fucking podcast. Sorry,
Wow.
guys.
I
You
know
don't
me
mean
be
to
like,
trauma
what you
dump.
did? What?
Yeah, so,
Like, we're gonna talk about this later.
good thing he was cremated,
Oh
because
my
I know
God.
he's not actually, like, decomposing somewhere, but it's just,
Yeah,
like, shit like that,
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, talk to a loved one who's passed away like they're still in the room. I don't think either one of us
No,
would
I
do
don't
that.
think so. But again though, like I haven't knock on wood. Let me find some wood. Hold on. Because I was gonna say that like I have, I haven't experienced that like close. So
Okay, okay, and that's fair, that's fair.
yeah. I mean, I talked to my dog, like they can understand English, like or you know what I mean, like they could talk back.
Oh,
I
I
don't
feel
think
like this one's gonna be an easy one. Who's most likely to turn grief into dark humor first?
you,
Yeah,
mm,
yeah.
you, 1000%. I
Like,
gotta
I
cry it out first.
remember, like, my partner picked me up in Jersey, and we're driving back home to New York, and I'm like, he couldn't wait until tomorrow? Like, I was just, like, immediately starting and I mean, like, I'm cracking jokes, like, through tears, so it's, like,
Of
kind of
course,
like a
yeah,
mixture, but yeah, yeah, so
yeah.
fucking definitely me. And dark humor is the best medicine, I don't care. Alright, who's most likely to accidentally laugh at a funeral? Me.
Yeah, maybe. Well, between us two, yeah, but
Oh, you said the name of the podcast.
oh, um, yeah, man, I don't think I would. I think when I was younger, I don't know, not even. Yeah, no, I guess so.
Yeah, I think I would just because, like, that's like yeah, I laugh at the wrong time. Alright, who's most likely to be the one comforting everyone else while secretly falling apart?
Me.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause
That's where I get my strength from is being there for other people.
yeah, you're very good at being there for people. And, like, for me, if I'm falling apart, I'm not good to anyone. Like, I
That's
can't even
that's what
fake it.
gives me my strength though. That's you know what I mean? Like
Oh, who's most likely to keep the last voicemail they receive from someone and, like, keep it forever?
both of us would do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I have I
Absolutely.
found voicemails on my phone from my dad, and I was like,
Yeah.
"I'm gonna keep these forever," and I'm just
Hell
glad they were,
yeah.
like, really good ones. Like,
Yeah.
when I was like, "Fuck you, Lord."
No, I'm just playing.
You stuck up bitch." Dad, keeping my therapist in business.
Can't believe we're the most likely to agree. Oh my God. This was Megan's idea, you guys,
Yeah,
not mine.
I fucking needed to, like, I have literally, like everyone's asking me, like, how I'm doing it, I'm, like, just taking it day by day because
Yes,
every
I
day
can
is
do.
yeah.
But again, like you're also not alone. Again, it just my point is, I'm glad that you have people around you that are supporting you the way that you need at work, at home, your friends, and I am loving you as my best friend. Like I'm glad that you have support everywhere you go.
Oh, yeah, like, I am very thankful for, like, the support that I have
Yeah.
right now. I've never experienced that kind of support in my life, so I'm, like, waiting for it to all, like, go to shit because that's, what I do, but
Remember,
yeah.
like
Who is most likely to get into an argument with grief itself? I don't even know what that means.
me.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I did it during a breakup. Let me stop.
Like, I just like, I be getting annoyed with my emotions, so does that count?
That's what I think. But me, I straight up will argue with myself in a fucking car while driving and sobbing and playing loud music.
Who's most likely to pretend they're handling grief well when they're absolutely not?
I can't pretend.
Shit, me
Like
neither.
you said, I wear my fucking heart on my
Oh, yeah, no,
sleeve.
I definitely think
Me
I
too.
would be the one to, like, pretend.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, yeah.
yeah.
Well, you've been agonizing pain and you go on about your day like nothing,
Like
and then
physical pain.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, physical pain, and like
Yeah.
that's when I realized how much fucking pain you be enduring. It's just like, girl, what the
Fucking yeah. Yeah. Who's most likely to cry in a Target parking lot? You,
me?
because I don't even go to Target.
Me, I cry anywhere. I don't care.
You do
I
though. Like
do,
you're like, I gotta cry. It's coming out right
and
now.
then it's
Here I'm
yeah.
fucking like
Listen,
at this
listen.
Walgreens.
It's an empty parking lot because for me, it really does. It really does feel like I'm releasing that pain.
I'm sure there's definitely times when I want to cry and I just fight it with like every fiber
Yeah,
of my fucking being.
yeah,
And I know that I would just feel better if I like let it out. And I just don't.
yeah. No, I let it out, shit, because I'm all about trying to move forward. Okay, so I need to cry that shit out
I'm
like
like,
right now.
no bitch. And then I hold it in and then I just carry it with me for the rest of my life.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm trying to move on and get stronger.
That's why I can't sleep at night. Thanks, Dad.
Oh gosh.
Okay. I think those are all the good ones. Who's most likely to keep someone's contact safe forever?
I think I would keep it up to a certain point, not forever, but
Yeah, I mean, like
I don't know.
because eventually someone else is gonna have that number. Like if we're talking about someone that like passed away, so you don't want to have just like some random's number saved
So
as dad
random.
in your phone, and then it's like
That's a good
some
point.
guy named Bill in fucking Illinois. Like, I don't know.
That's
So
true.
yeah,
That's true.
I mean, like the phone I have now, like I still have my dad's contact in there. When I get a new phone, I
Of
just like
course, of
won't switch it
course.
over. But
Yeah. So something that I did hear, is pretty common with grief is especially after the initial like shock of hearing about it, it's the feeling of like basically it feels surreal.
yeah,
Like I was talking to my partner about someone that he mourned, and he was saying that he remembers thinking or feeling like it just wasn't real. And I asked him like how long did it take for reality to really hit him, and for him to know like no, this shit's real. And he couldn't remember, obviously, he couldn't remember. He said just for a while it just didn't feel real at all. And it was someone that he grew up with, so to not have him around anymore, you didn't know how to really like face it at first. But he couldn't really answer how long he felt that way, obviously.
it's yeah, like for me too, because regardless, like if me and my dad were getting along at the time,
Mhm.
every morning he would text me the sun emoji, just the sun emoji,
Yeah.
and that was like his way of saying good morning. And I remember like one day I do it, I was like, why the fuck didn't you send me the sun? And then he never missed a day after that. Like all the way up until like the day that he died.
Wow.
So it's like every day I'm not getting that,
Yeah.
so it's yeah. So we're gonna do some grief hot take.
Like how you're treating it like a normal podcast episode.
I have to try to just keep
Yeah.
being me.
Yeah. No, I hear
Um,
you.
because
And I'm
like
here to support.
it's so easy to just get consumed and lose yourself. And like if you go to that place, it's so hard to get out of. And
Mhm.
I just don't have I just can't go there.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll make it back.
Really?
That's deep.
Maybe.
Um,
I'll dig you out one way or another, ho.
if I die before you, make sure I'm cremated. I don't care. You could throw me in the garbage after that. Do not
Wow.
put me in the fucking
I
ground.
want to be cremated too.
So even though this was a more heavier episode, we're still gonna end it the same way we always do with some hot takes. Um, do you want to start, Jess?
Yeah, so grief doesn't get better. You just get better at carrying it.
Yeah, I probably,
Probably.
probably, yeah. So I think for like grief in like the concept of like someone dying, I definitely think that's true. But like in other situations where I've experienced, I guess, what you would call grief, like a breakup or something, I do eventually think you get over it. So I think it depends on the
I was gonna
situation.
say I think it depends, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the ideas of stages of grief is helpful, but also way too neat for real life.
Ooh, I don't know about helpful. Well, okay, yeah, like understanding that there's stages, um, I definitely think is helpful because like then you kind of understand like what you're experiencing and you're like, okay, this is normal. But also agree
Mhm.
it's way too neat. Like the stages are not linear.
Yeah,
Like it's not like you move from one to the other until you make your way to the end. It's like you're
right.
all over the place. Like I said, like you're at a fucking trampoline park and you just
Yeah.
land wherever you do that day. So I absolutely agree with that.
Okay. The hardest part of grief isn't the death, it's the quiet moments after everyone else moves on.
Ooh. Yeah, yeah, like that's I think that's kind of like what I've been experiencing. Well, not like experiencing. It's only been 2 weeks. I'm making it sound like 2 years ago. It's been like 5 fucking minutes. But yeah, like just seeing other people like go on with their lives, like while everything for
Mhm.
you changed. That's yeah. Oh
Yeah.
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 Feels like you stopped in the place that you were standing, everything else is moving.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you're supposed to figure out how
For
you're
sure.
supposed to yeah. Girl. Yep.
So, I figure just
People who say everything happens for a reason should have to explain the reason immediately.
yes, I second that. I second that. Okay,
Like,
what's the reason?
so if someone next time someone says to me everything happens for a reason, I'm gonna be like, all right, explain the reason right now. Like on three, 1, 2, 3. Like,
If and I mean this with no disrespect, truly, truly. But it depends on who you're talking to because someone who's religious will tell you immediately that it's a part of God's plan. But anyone else
explain
saying
that
that,
plan. Explain that plan.
oh,
Like, you
okay,
know what I
that
mean?
makes
I don't,
yeah.
it's like,
Okay.
did God tell you that? And I'm not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
knocking anyone. Like, I
No,
believe
no,
in
no,
God. I
yeah.
believe in heaven and hell. But it's like
Yeah,
when someone
no.
is going through a loss, I'm not going to be like, God wanted this to happen to you.
Right,
Like,
right,
that's
right,
not
right.
helpful.
Yeah.
um, yeah, I think that's my favorite hot take we've ever said on this show so far. Everyone wants a sign from beyond, and this sign is actually creepy.
Oh, oh, that's yeah,
Yeah, like I haven't gotten there yet. Like, I mean, I'm sure I will where I'm like, "Oh, like I want a sign that, my dad moved on or
yeah.
whatever." Like, but then again, it's like I don't want a ghost in my fucking house either.
Oh, yeah, yeah. What about what your sister said about that bird that landed next to the earth?
Well, yeah, she was like, "Yeah, like our uncle was like, oh, that's a sign he at least made it to purgatory." Fuck you and that bird. Like,
Oh,
why would you see that?
fuck that bird. Oh, okay, okay.
Here's another one. Grief has the worst timing of any emotion.
Of course. It's like grief says, surprise, and then it just never leaves.
Yeah, it's like you're like fine 1 minute and then the next minute you're like sobbing over rice.
Grief is like, well, hello, motherfucker.
Oh, I feel like we've said this one, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Dark humor should be an officially recognized stage of grief. And
Absolutely.
it's like it's the permanent one. It's the one you just stay in forever.
Yeah, for real.
Like once you get to that point.
Yeah. And not everybody will experience this. And of course, like, it goes for any stage, right? I feel like it's possible to kind of skip over some
Ooh, funerals should include an open mic roast.
about the dead person.
That's how I'm taking it. Yeah.
Holy shit. You know,
Yeah.
it's not the worst
Yeah.
idea. But again, if that person was somebody who would be cool with it, like I know you would be cool with that
Oh
at
yeah, yeah,
your
yeah.
at
Yeah.
your funeral, and we just roast you. You would be because dark humor was your thing, but not just anybody.
Oh yeah, like yeah, yeah. I don't
That'd be so fucked. Oh my god.
yeah, and like I mean it also depends on like who died for me too.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah,
you know, um
true.
I'm sure if one of like knock on wood, if something happened to one of my children,
Yeah.
dark humor and I would not be
Of course, of course. That's
I would be
fair.
like
Yeah,
in the fucking insane asylum because I wouldn't be able to function.
yeah.
Nobody prepares you for how much paperwork is involved when someone dies.
Dude, can I just say it's a shame that when somebody loses someone, that you can't spend the immediately like grieving. You literally have to hold up. I have to wait on the grieving because I have to process all of this shit, call all these people, set up all these things, and pay all of this money. It's just like, what the fuck, man?
Oh my god, yeah, like I was just gonna say we're on the same thought because I was gonna say like how quickly you have to
Yeah,
do all that stuff is like what the fuck?
it's
Like you don't
so
even get a
messed
minute
up.
to like you
To
know, to
process what's
process like
going
what's going
on.
on.
You're picking out a fucking coffin or an urn before you can really process it.
And then it's like, you're talking to like the coroner and
Yeah.
people who obviously like they're so fucking desensitized to this shit
Yeah,
because they
yeah.
do it for a living. And you're like going through this and they're like, "Yeah, you can pick up body whenever." And you're like, "Oh my God." To them it's their job and I don't fault them for that. Like I said, like they're extremely desensitized
Yeah.
because they're just,
Well, so and I
so
remember
it's
when we
just
were talking about it, it is really easy. And I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm not at all. This is just my immediate thought. It's easy to say, "Wow, what an asshole." Because was that not my first reaction when you told me that, right? I
Oh
was like, "Wow,
yeah,
what an asshole." But
yeah.
then like we really sat there and thought about it and I was like, "Well, I mean, do we expect someone who will always like consume themselves with all of this like sympathy, empathy, whatever? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Every
because they
single
would be
fucking time."
destroyed by, like, their
Right,
5th
right.
dead person. So it's like they have to, like,
It would drain the hell out of
yeah,
them. So it's just like,
yeah,
okay, we gotta understand that it like as long as they're not actively being rude or like cold,
yeah.
cold, but if they're kind of just blunt, straight to the point because they're that's I'm not justifying it, but it's understandable. I
It
want to
was
say it's
understandable.
understandable. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, because it
I mean,
was
especially
just
someone like in the middle of grieving. Like I can't understand the control that people have to not be like, you know what, you like,
oh,
you know,
and that's why like, that's what helped me, like, maintain my composure was I'm like, "This person probably gets cussed the fuck out all the time by, like, a loved one." And I don't wanna, be
yeah,
that like,
yeah,
he's just doing his job.
right,
So, I had to, like, keep reminding myself, like, as I'm on the phone with the coroner, like, he does this every day. This
yeah.
isn't,
And then when you were talking to who was it? Oh, was it at the funeral home? Or there was someone that you said was very nice and
Yeah, the person at the funeral
it
home
was okay.
handled the cremation and,
Yeah.
like, dropped off his ashes or, that we, like, picked up his ashes from, um, all that stuff.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. See? Some people can do it, some people can't.
Yeah. So this was a weird episode, but grief is weird, so it makes fucking sense.
It's weird. It's weird.
It's weird. This makes me think back to our first episode. One of the hot takes we did was like closure isn't real. It's just like something you
Yeah.
eventually decide you stop needing.
And I
I
talked about a funeral.
Yeah, like because I was like the funeral is the
It's a
closure.
closure.
I agree with that statement. I would like to
Like, yeah, no, well, you were the one who gave the example, but then as I like explained it to you more, you ended up agreeing with me. We're like, no, you're right. Like that's not how it works or whatever.
Okay, okay, yeah. So,
But
I
now,
mean, like all the questions that I ask in fucking therapy, like my dad just took all the answers with him. So, I mean, I'm never getting closure. We gotta put that away.
oh my God. Oh my God, this says a hot take is closure is a myth. It's not a hot take. That's a public service announcement.
I love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I think we've done enough depressing the audience for today. So, thank you guys for listening. Sorry for the heavy episode. Um, Follow us on social media. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also email us at betweenus2podcast@gmail.com if you have a topic that you would like us to cover. So thanks again,
If there's one thing that you guys should take from this episode, let it be that although grief doesn't really go away, neither does love.
and we will talk to you guys next week.